Hey guys, what's up? I'm Dustin Mankin, and this is Excite Video Magazine. I just picked up a Lite action camera and a Cupton aluminum case to protect it. In this video, we'll be unboxing the Lite action camera. Now, if you want to see me unbox this one, go ahead and click on this link up here, and you can watch that video. Come on over to the workbench and let's take a look. We're going to focus on the Lite action camera first, and I am actually recording this video with an Econ H9R, and I really did like the H9R, so I got the H8 Pro, and the H8 Pro let me down in every way. It overheated one time using all the recommended card settings, tried to update their firmware, nothing worked. So while I do enjoy the H9R and I've got a lot of use out of it, it was time for me to look at an alternative. And I didn't get the 4K camera yet. This says it will do 4K, but it's something like 20 frames a second or maybe 15 frames a second. So it's not really useful. Yeah, see, here's 4K 20. And 1080 60 will be pretty good for drifting. It should get rid of some of the eye cancer. Or if I want to edit in a 1080 30 timeline, I can slow it down halfway with the frame rate. So it's going to be really smooth slow motion. I'm just going to use this old thing I got right here. Maybe, nope. I can already tell you the box is much more impressive than the Econ H9. Now this does retail for around $100 and the Econ H9 is around $65. Sometimes you can get it on sale for right around $50. So whatever money you have, we won't know until we actually get this open and test some of the video features. And there we go. Now the finish is really nice. Let's lift this part of the box out. And let's see if we can get this camera out of here. And it does feel really light, really similar to the Econ. So a lot of people say that the GoPro has a more robust construction, but it does feel nice in your hand still, even though it is a little bit on the light side. Now it has these protective screens. I won't remove them yet, but obviously before you shoot, you will need to remove this protective screen from the lens, or you're not going to get very good video quality at all. The door stays attached compared to the H9R, which is actually really nice, because I have a tendency to lose things, so this is a positive for me. It does come with a 1/4-20 mount built in, which is pretty nice because that way you don't have to use your mounts and everything to put it on a tripod if you're wanting to use it in a condition where it's not going to get hurt. You can see right here, your battery goes in here and your SD card goes in here, and we'll talk about those more in a little bit. So this is the camera and the camera body. Now supposedly it has a touch screen, so we'll see how that works. And here is the play button. In the rest of the box, you have a cable, a charging cable, and it looks like it's a USB-C like most everything these days. And you have a single battery. And this single battery is 1400 milliamps. So, how long is the battery life? Does it say on the box? It does not say on the box, but I will put on the screen below right here what the average battery life is for the camera when I edit this. But you get one battery with this package, and you can get other batteries on Amazon. And I also don't recall the price right off the bat, but they weren't very expensive. And usually you can get 2 or 3 and a charger. So let's put our battery down in there. And do not remove the pull tab, because you're going to need this to pull it out. And there is a little indicator and an arrow. I don't know if you can read it, but it says lens. So, I mean, there's no way to screw this up. But, I mean, even so, if you can see the contacts down in there, and then the battery has contacts right here. So, you can't really mess that up. Okay, so here's that. Here's some other products. So here's the Smart Dash camera, the 4K action camera, and here's their recommended cards. And SanDisk Extreme. So I don't have any of their recommended cards. So if you have a 4K action camera, like the little bit better model, you would need one of these recommended cards to record 4K and 30 frames per second, or HD 720, 240 frames per second. I do not think this applies to me. I do have some U3 cards, so I'll try them, but I will also try some standard Class 10 cards, some of the older ones, and see if there's any problems. Here's your warranty, what's covered by the warranty. Here's your instruction manual. It's not stapled, it's one of those ones that folds out into a ticker tape. Accessories sold separately. There is a waterproof case. Now, I did get this Cupton case that we're going to unbox here in a little bit because I wanted to be able to use filters and stuff like that. Here's a UV protective lens, waterproof case, selfie stick. A lot of people recommend the selfie stick for use with this. I have a gimbal, so I'm not really going to need it. Here also is a handheld gimbal, and it looks like you can also mount it on a table if you want to. Floating grip. Here's how to get a hold of their customer support. Here is the battery indicator, your lens, and your LCD screen. The speaker is up top, so your speaker is right here for when you want to listen to your playback. Number 5, camera status indicator. That's mixed into the power button. Power shutter button is right here. Number 7 is the microphone. Battery cover, selfie stick, tripod mount, and a micro USB port. This shows you what I already showed you about where to put the card and where to put your battery. And this shows you how to take the battery in and out. And this shows you where to charge, which your charging port should be right here on your case. And I know deep inside you're saying, Dustin, we just want to see how this thing shoots and compares to other stuff. And since I've been using the H9R a lot lately, I thought I'll compare it to the H9R with this special ghetto setup. So there's no stabilization. I'm not going to do any color correction. I'm going to walk around with this stick getting average footage, and we will compare it in post with how the video came out of the camera. Hello. There's one more test that I want to see, and the H9R can record while it's being charged, which is awesome because that means you could use it in the garage and just plug it into a power source and let it go without worrying about the battery. You would only have to worry about the card at that point. The H8 Pro from Ekin would not work while it was being charged, and that's almost a deal breaker for me because I have some mounts for cones that I want to put on the Gymkhana course, and I'm also making mounts to hold the batteries. That way I can use like a 4,000 milliamp, 5,000 milliamp mobile charging battery, and I could technically plug it in, and that would give me on the Ekin like the 930 milliamps plus another 4,000 milliamps, which would give me like 5,000 milliamps. So I could record a really long time. So I do want to check and see if that's possible, because already at 1400 milliamps, this Lite has a really good battery. And if it can get the advertised 130 minutes, which I'm doubtful. Those are always best case situations, and I don't think it ever works out like that. But, you know, if I could take that and, oh, almost dropped my Lite. Whoa. Be careful when you put it in this case, because if it doesn't have a screw in there, it will come out. So almost lost this before I even really got to use it. If I could take the 1400 milliamps and add like a 5000, 4000 milliamp battery to that, it's going to give me some really good time, working time at the track, and that would make this a really awesome camera. So let's check that out real fast and see if it can do that or not. So I'm plugged into the wall, and here is the USB-C, and the charges right here. So let's see if we can open this up one-handed. And we could. It wasn't exactly easy, but it was doable. There we go. And there is an indicator that it is charging. The bar is moving. So nice. It does record while it is charging, and you can tell it is charging because right here you got a blue and red charging indicator. So that's going to be really awesome. Now that we've unboxed the Lite camera and we've shown you some test footage, it's time to weigh some of the pros and cons that I saw. One of the pros is that it has bright images, and that might make it good in low light. But on the flip side, those bright images sometimes blew out the sky in the test images, and you really can't get that blue of a sky at all times. You might be able to fix that though with neutral density filters, like if you buy the Cupton case that I'm reviewing in another video. The 1400 milliamp battery gives you 130 minutes of record time, and that's really awesome. That's one of the problems with the H9R, is that I found myself always needing way more battery than what it had. On the flip side though, the H9R did come with a case, and the Lite does not come with its own case. So you're either going to have to buy one of their waterproof cases or one of the aluminum cases like I got. It does have a spot meter though, and that's really good for filming inside of your car, like if you want to get an interior shot while you're drifting. That's going to let you see out of the window really good even though you're in a dark interior. Another positive is that it has great audio mostly. And that also turns out to be its con, is that the microphone is so sensitive, it tends to pick up wind noise very badly. But overall, I would say that this camera is a definite get. If you are in the market for a budget action camera, I don't really think there's a better one on the market right now. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing and the footage and the pros and cons of the Lite action camera. If you like this video, please click share. It'll help me grow, and a like won't hurt either. But if you want to subscribe, that is and always will be for you, so you can see more cool videos when they come out. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.